Hey my beauties, so a lot of you did request for me to do the foundation application for the Pro Longwear foundation from MAC. I do have on the top, okay? So, this is me clean faced, no nothing on. I just washed my face. So the first thing I'm going to start off by doing is moisturizing. So, and you only need a little bit. I'll always moisturize my skin first. And that's just the Clinique. The next step is, actually let me show you everything that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Pro Longwear foundation, the Pro Longwear concealer, my MAC MSF in dark, my Cover FX setting powder, or if you don't have this, you can use the MAC translucent powder. I'm just used to using this, so that's why, but I do have the MAC translucent powder and they work about the same. For brushes, I'm going to use my Kabuki brush to buff it in. And I would recommend for this look to use the 188 or something comparable. This is not the 188. This is actually the crown brush version of the 188. This is the MAC 188. So one of these, something with a small brush so you can really focus on the area. Now, most people apply a primer, but I find that sometimes primers can clog your pores, especially if they have silicone in it. So for everyday wear, I do not use a primer. I will set it with a product like this, but I won't put the primer base on. So the first thing I'm going to start off by doing is taking the concealer, and it has a pump. I'm just going to put it on my finger, one pump. The next step is I take a concealer brush, and I always wipe my brushes off before I use them. And this is just a paintbrush. This is the Princeton Selects. And I just go through, picking up a tiny bit off my finger, and I conceal anything that I want to hide. And this brush conceals and it blends it out perfectly for me. And this is a full coverage concealer. Okay. Now, and I'm doing this just the way I would do it if it was normal. And I blend out everything. Next step for me is I take the Pro Longwear foundation, and I just take one pump. That's it for my whole face. And I take a small one. I would recommend, this is a Sonia Kashuk, a Kirkland's. I got this from Costco's, and it's dirty. Well, not dirty, but I've used it, so that's why I didn't use the 188. But I go through and blend it, really blend it in. And that's it for that. So now I notice as I sweat and the day goes on, this blends in perfectly. But for right now, and also because I have a tan, so it is a little bit lighter, but I'd rather go lighter than darker. And let me show you why. So I'm going to take my MSF in dark, and I'm going to take my contour brush. This is from Ulta. You can also use your MAC one. And I just usually go around the edges. The next step for me is to set this whole look. So I take my translucent powder, take my kabuki brush, and I just dab it on and buff it in. And this really sets. I really buff it in. And to me, after this foundation has been worn for like a few hours, because it goes on very matte, to me it looks a lot better, and I don't have that oily face syndrome at the end. So now I'm going to take my favorite blush, because, well, I feel lazy today, I don't feel like thinking about it, which is Spring Sheen, which is right here. And we're going to place that to the apples of our cheeks. And you can use your kabuki brush, or you can get your blush brush. It's whatever you decide to use. And this is the same application that you've seen when I was talking about this product. Same products used. Same bronzer, same blush, same everything. Application. Let me just zoom in so you can see it. As you can see, it is not lighter. So maybe we can do a tutorial for your eyes next. Bye, ladies.